What's up, YouTube? Back with another video from Kyiv, Ukraine. And as you can see by the title, I'm doing one on Kyiv's homeless pets. So those of you that know me know I love animals. I know, it's funny, big guy, shaved head, tattoos, but I got a soft spot for animals, what can I say? So the subject is very near and dear to me. I think I'm kind of racing against the rain because I want to film today, but it's supposed to start raining in about 30 minutes to an hour. So I rushed out of the house. I think I've got everything. Got my camera, got my wallet, got my phone, got my mask, got my backpack with my pet food and treats in it, got my plastic bag full of bottles. So I think I got everything. So, what's that? Why do I have a plastic bag full of bottles? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I'll show you in a little bit. Something pretty cool that I've actually never seen anywhere else. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, like I said, it's supposed to rain here in a little bit, but I brought my waterproof case, got an umbrella. My wallet's the only thing on me that's not waterproof, so if I get rained on, I get rained on. So, yeah, usually when you make a video or do anything, they always say you save the best for last, right? It's kind of the adage anywhere around the world, I guess. So I'm actually gonna start this video off with the best. So the first dog I'm gonna introduce you to, her name is Lucky. I've been feeding Lucky for over 1.5 years, and she still will not let me touch her. I know her name's Lucky because I met 2 other ladies that feed her. They told me that's her name. They're shocked that she will come up and eat out of my hand, but she still won't let me touch her. She may be a little mad at me last night because from last night, we play games all the time. And so she was sleeping last night, and I came running out from behind a car and scared her. And she got kind of mad and didn't really want to eat anything from my hand after that, so she may still be mad today. Hopefully she's out of her house. When she's out of her house, it's more fun, and we can play little games. In fact, let me look around the corner and see if she's laying out. She may be in her house because she's out of the sun right now. Yeah, I don't see her out, so she's probably in her house. Okay, flip around here and see if we can see her. If she is in her house, I still like to play games with her. Yeah, watch this. Oh, there she is. I think she saw me. By the way, I talk baby talk to the animals, so don't make fun of me. Hi. See, she's excited to see me, but she won't let me touch her. Hi, girl. Hi. Are you still mad at me from last night? Come on. Come here. Oh. So as you can see, Lucky has a house. Funny enough, 3 of the 4 homeless dogs I feed actually have a house, even though they're homeless. Lucky is a very smart girl. She lives outside this apartment complex here, and I've met one of the people who said that some of the residents went in together and bought her this house. On the other side of this wall is an Italian restaurant. They give her scraps of meat. This little green building right here, this is a butcher shop. They give her scraps of meat. And then I know myself, plus I've met 3 other women who feed her. So pretty smart, resourceful dog here. Did you fight the bottle of water I brought you last night? How about we pour this in here so we don't waste it? All right, I'm going to set my camera down, but I want to show you something first. See the tag in her ear? So from what I read online in approximately 2014, spin around here. approximately 2014, started in the city of Kharkiv, which is Ukraine's second largest city. They were having a lot of problems with wild dogs biting people. So they got a grant from the European Union. And I guess during Soviet times, the vets weren't taught how to spay and neuter animals. Because in Soviet times, it was a privilege to own a pet because most people had trouble feeding themselves. And so unless you were extremely well-to-do, you couldn't afford to have a pet as well. So there weren't that many pets. The vets didn't know how to spay and neuter. So what they did was they took part of this money. Sorry, that was a grant from the, I hope that's not in my son's in the way. They took part of the money that was a grant from the European Union, and they taught the vets around to spay and neuter animals. And then all these volunteer organizations started going out, and they would catch these homeless dogs, and they would tag them. You see the tags in their ears, and they have a database they register them in. And they would give them, they would spay and neuter them, tattoo them, to let people know they're spayed or neutered. And then they'd also give them a rabies shot. So that cut down on a lot of the aggressive dog, once you neuter the male dogs, it cut down on a lot of the aggressiveness and the biting and things like that. So now you have a lot of these street dogs you'll see with tags in their ears. The cats, they don't tag the cats. I don't even know if they catch and spay and neuter them. They may just do dogs, so I don't know yet. But Lucky is one of the few that was caught. Not one of the few, but one of the ones that was caught. She was spayed, and she's been tagged. So she's had a rabies shot. She has a house. People take care of her. I bought her a bed and blankets and everything, so she's pretty well taken care of. So I'm gonna flip my camera around here and see if I can get her to come up and eat out of my hand here. Hot, so she doesn't want to move. Like I said, I've been feeding her for almost 18 months, 19 months, and she still won't let me touch her. It's too hot today. She doesn't really want to eat. She will come up and eat out of my hands normally, in the evenings and stuff especially. But yeah, she won't let me touch her. I caught her sleeping up here on this marble slab the other night, and I snuck up on her and was able to rub her foot. She was sleeping. She didn't know I was touching her. So it's the only time I've touched her in 2 years, and that was 3 days ago, I think. So, now she's wanting to. So she is kind of sort of wanting to eat. I know she likes those treats that I give her, but they make her thirsty too. So maybe since it's kind of hot out right now, she doesn't want to eat them. So, okay. So that was Lucky. That was the first one. Now I'm gonna take a bus ride, show you something else pretty cool, and then we'll go visit our next fur baby.
Станція метро Лук'янівська. Поїзд Capital Avenue. Next stop is Лук'янівська Central Station. Будь ласка, поступайтеся місцями особам з інвалідністю, людям похилого віку та вагітним жінкам. Зупинка. Станція метро Лук'янівська.
Okay, when I started filming, I told you I had a bag full of plastic bottles, so this is why. It's a cool little contraption that I haven't really seen anywhere else. So this is one of the volunteer animal groups here. They put this machine out. It's actually changed a little bit. So pretty simple. Put your bottle in, See food come down here. So this part is new. It used to be open here with a couple of bowls. So when you put the bottle in, it would drop food in the bowls. The idea was that homeless animals could come up and eat out of it. However, time I was here, it was flooded with pigeons. So when you put a bottle in, the pigeons would just swarm. So looks like they've changed a little bit. In fact, it says here, once the food reaches the line, the volunteers will feed us. So they changed it a little bit. I guess you can scan this and find out a little more about the feeding detail. So they've changed it a little bit, but pretty cool way to recycle plus help homeless pets out. So if you're thinking about doing something like this in your city, this was better than just the open bowl. I wish it would drop little packets of food. That way you could take them and give them to homeless animals. But either way, it's a good way to help homeless animals and recycle at the same time. So got a few bottles here in the bag I need to get rid of. It was starting to clog up my kitchen. I'm gonna do this and then head on to visit our next fur baby. Yeah, I'm still on my way walking over to feed the next fur baby, but I thought I would swing by this school on the way and show you these, if I can get a good angle. The trees are grown up. These two old Soviet murals, mosaics. But the trees are kind of grown up now, but maybe we can still see them. There's one, and I'll walk down to the other end of the building. I just saw the sign on the door. It said, Specjalna Szkoła Nr 61. So special school number 61, but I don't know what it's for. And here's the other end of the building with the other mural. Mosaic. Oh, I keep saying mural. Mosaic. A lot of the schools here have some pretty cool mosaics on the side, some of the old Soviet mosaics. So I'm glad they didn't take them down. It's one of the few things left over from the Soviet era, the propaganda, I guess you'd say, or the decor from back then. So those are actually kind of cool to look at. So, all right, the adventure continues. Give you a quick Ukrainian lesson since I like my channel to be informative as well. Spin my camera. These are dresses. Pretty dresses. In Ukrainian, a dress is a suknia. Not to be confused with a sumka, which is a purse or a bag. Not to be confused with, one moment, let me move over here. So suknia for dress, sumka for bag or purse. Not to be confused with a suka, which means bitch. So, you can see how dangerous it is to learn a new language. One little mess up, slap. Now you know. Okay, I'm almost to the next fur baby. I know for you watching, it's only been a few seconds. I've been walking for about 20 minutes. Temperature's dropping though. It's getting windy, cloudy. I can hear Annie and Lennox singing, for those of you who are old enough to get the reference. So this next animal used to live outside my gym. This was my gym here behind me. And when I went home in March for 2 weeks, I came back, there was a sign on the door. Said they had closed because of quarantine. And another sign that said basically they were closed because the landlord had forced them out. So I don't get over here much anymore. I'm looking around for her now. Oh, don't tell me she's not here. I have to walk back down see if I can find her. See if I can find her, I'll be back. I called and she came. Hi, pretty girl. This is one of the sweetest cats I've ever met. I was trying to find a home for her last winter because it was getting really, really cold and I could not find anybody to take her. So I was here last week for the first time in quite a while. I hadn't seen her for a while. So I was here last week. First time I'd seen her for a while. And she has a new surprise. Now I don't see it. She has a little baby kitten running around here, which is the cutest little thing ever. So I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna feed her. She's already come out here. Hey, mama. And I don't know her name. There were wooden pallets stacked up in here all winter because they were doing construction. So her and a couple other cats were living in here. So unlike the dog, she doesn't have a house, a home. I think she lives kind of under this little awning thing here. When I was here last week, there was a bag of food up on the stairs. So evidently people who work here feed her. But now I wonder where her baby is. The baby was a little skittish. I did manage to corner it and catch it last time. All right, I'm gonna feed her and keep looking around a little bit. Still looking for a baby, but she seems to like the food. She lost some weight too. She was maybe it's because she was pregnant during the winter, but her baby's not that old. Her baby only looks to be about 4 or 5 weeks old. Oh, I wish I could find it. Unfortunately, I don't see her baby anywhere. I don't hear it. Maybe somebody took it home. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next pet. I'm feeling some raindrops, so I'm really up against the clock now. I'll say bye to Kitty. I know her name. I hope your baby's somewhere safe. Bye-bye. I'll see you soon. Yeah, I never did see the baby. But after the mama was done eating, she laid back and I saw her nipples. And it looked like somebody was nursing on her pretty recently. So I'm assuming the baby's safe, just hiding somewhere. It was pretty skittish last time. I had to chase it around the inside of there. They'd left the gate open, so I finally caught it. Sweet little thing. I got some pictures, but yeah, don't see it today. So okay, onward and upward and onward. Whatever. Heading to the next pet. The next girl's really cool. I think you'll like her. Funny, the 4 pets I wanted to see today are all girls. But there's also 2 more that hang out on the way there, so they might be around. One of them is male at least. We'll keep going. Okay, finally here. Had to take a tram. I didn't want to walk since it's starting to rain. So as I said before, this next dog I'm going to show you, her name is Shusha. I met Shusha about 6 months ago, and I feed her all the time. She lives outside one of the business buildings here. And this is the area that I walk when I go downtown, go out for dinner or beer or whatever. She lives on the way, so I always stop back and see her. So according to one of the other ladies that feeds her, she's got problems with her kidneys. This causes her to like bite and lick a constant wound on one of her forearms, and evidently gives her problems with her eyesight as well. So I was walking back from downtown one day, and I was standing on this side of the street here, and she lives right around this corner here, this little alley. So I was standing here, and she was running around over there and walked up to the edge here and was kind of looking around, and the wind was behind me blowing towards her, and all of a sudden her nose went in the air and her tail started wagging, and she just ran across to me. So evidently she could smell me. That's good or bad. So she gets really excited when she sees me, but I just went by on the tram and she's not outside, so she may be in her house. So we'll walk up here around the corner and see if she's in her house. I've only came here one time. She wasn't outside or in her house, so hopefully she's here. Hi, pretty girl. Shusha. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Come on, see me. Hi. Hi, pretty girl. Oh, you're so sweet. You see the wound on her forearm she always licks. Hey, baby. See a lot of the street logs like this with calluses on their elbows and from laying on the ground all the time. Want a treat? Okay. Okay. Another one already? Like, I feel bad for these dogs when it's hot, but I feel really bad for them during the winter. It gets pretty cold out. Lucky, the first one and this one here, I can see that, Lucky, I bought 2 or 3 blankets to put in her house for her. A girlfriend of mine had a bit like a body pillow, and she sewed a cover onto it. We went to a fabric store. She got a big piece of fabric, sewed a cover on it. So, and then Lucky has quite a few people in the buildings that take care of her. Shusha here, I see she has some old rags and stuff in here, which during the summer, it's no big deal, but during the winter, of course, she has a little thicker hair than Lucky does too. So, and people try to take care of these dogs around here. It's pretty sad. There's in between where I am now and my apartment, there's a jail on the main street, off the main street here. There's a little patch of woods behind it, and I was up there. It's been a couple months now, but there were, I think, 5 or 6 wild dogs and maybe 5 or 6 puppies, and so they were all in the woods up there, and it's pretty sad. And you see like packs of wild dogs running all over the cities and stuff, especially 4th of July, or not 4th of July, good grief, I'm sorry. New Year's Eve when they shoot off fireworks, or any of the days like they shoot off fireworks, it scares these dogs and they're running all over the streets and stuff. So yeah, I feel bad for them. You ready for another one? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Yeah, she doesn't look like she misses too many meals. No. I'll come see you later, okay? See, this is a different type of tag on her ear. So it means a different organization tagged her. Yeah. I'll come see you again soon, okay? Here, got one more treat for you. All right, be a good girl. Bye-bye. On to the next one. Okay, I'm approaching my 4th animal, my 4th stop. I told you on the way down, a lot of times there's a couple that hang out on the way. They weren't out today. So starting to rain. This next dog, I met her about 3 months ago. I don't know her name. Really sweet dog. Sometimes she's here, sometimes she's not. I see her laying up here. So see if we can get her to come out and meet me. She's knocked out. She also has a house. Hey girl. She's really sweet, she's just shy. Alright, let's see if I can get her to come out. Maybe. Hi pretty. Ain't that pretty? How are you today, huh? Hey. You hot? I got water. Oh. Such a sweetie. Oh. Thanks for coming to see me. It's about 50-50. Sometimes she'll come see me, sometimes she won't. You're making me stretch all the way over here though, girl. Oh, you hot? Want a treat? No? Oh, you got a bowl. Some water. Oh, I see your water bowl. See about water? Want this? Huh? Want a treat? Got a little drama in the background here. Okay. I have to put some out for her. It's too hot. So, she's not eating the food I put out for her, but yeah. Lucky will chase those things off when I put the food out for her and the birds come to eat it, she'll chase them off. This poor girl, her hair looks like she's too hot. Okay, you be a good girl. I'll come see you soon, okay? So that's it. At least the last one there, she did come out and see me. Like I said, she's about 50-50. Sometimes she'll come out, sometimes she won't. Sometimes she kind of hides back in the weeds and stuff like that. So at least we were fortunate for that. See, though, she had a house too. It's kind of strange. A lot of the homeless dogs here have houses. I haven't figured that out yet, unless people just feel sorry for them. But as you can see, a lot of times they'll take up residence, if you would, next to the businesses where they know a lot of people will come in and out. That one there, there's a little cafe restaurant right next door. Plus, it's under the stairs to a beauty salon. So I'd say people probably take care of her. Lucky the first one, I pointed out the 2 places, the Italian restaurant and the butcher shop. The only other one, Shusha, the second one, that's an office building there. But I know there's a couple ladies I've met that go feed her almost every day. So she has people take care of her as well. And the people in the office, they work in the office building. They take her stuff and then make sure she has water and stuff every day as well. So something going on. But as you can see, there's quite a few homeless you can see there's quite a few homeless pets in Kyiv, and this is just those are just like the ones I feed on a daily basis. They're all over the place. You've seen it in some of my other videos. I'm out random, even out on the islands. There's homeless dogs. So unfortunately, the city or the country of Ukraine, in the major cities, they started to tag them, things like this, like I talked about earlier. So at least they're trying to do something, you know, some type of population control and to track them and things like this. But that's just in the major cities. That program doesn't really bleed out into the suburbs, or the country, the dachas, the villages. There's just no funding for it. So kind of breaks my heart. So I thought I'd do a quick video to show you what I do with a lot of my days. Help the homeless animals out, and thought it was a little something different than just a regular, you know, sightseeing video that I have been doing. So hope you guys enjoyed the content. As always, like, subscribe. As I said at the end of my last video, I've got a special visitor coming in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna do a couple of different videos from different locations. So as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. And I'm trying not to get hit by this car in the crosswalk.